I'm Becca.
I'm Abby.
And today we're going to be doing a video with questions that we've gotten from some of our friends and family and our fans. So,
Okay, first question.
How to dress modestly yet still look cute?
take it away, Abby.
I think that as long as you cover everything and let me make sure if I'm covered first. I think that if you have everything covered and nothing that you wouldn't show off with your dad around, honestly.
Or your grandma. Think about that too.
Oh yeah, or your grandma. Just make sure everything's covered. And accessories are a really cute thing to have around. If you're wearing a plain t-shirt and some jeans, you could always have these snazzy shoes or something and some earrings. So
Good.
Yeah.
anybody else? Okay, go.
When were we saved? Who wants to start?
Yeah, you. Okay.
Oh.
I've kind of grown up in church, but as I've gotten older and stuff like that, of course I've grown away, and there's been different times in my life that I've gone through struggles and stuff and kind of drifted away from the Lord. And I think every year we go to this thing called Winterfest, which is a retreat for our church. And the first time that I went to Winterfest, it was just a heart-changing experience for me, and that's when I truly gave my heart to the Lord.
I got saved, I got baptized when I was 6, but that didn't really mean anything to me then. It was just kind of, you're growing up in church, it's something you gotta do. Honestly, I think when I really understood everything and got saved, I was probably about 15, and it really hit me. Like she said, the Winterfest, those are just life-changing moments.
In 2011, like they said, I went to my first Winterfest, and while they called everyone up to the altar that wasn't saved, they prayed a prayer, and I felt God really touching my life. So at the Winterfest, I was completely saved, and I've grown up in a Christian home, but I never really understood, and I've fallen away a lot, but I truly gave my life to the Lord in 2011 at Winterfest.
I just kind of grew up in a typical Christian home. We went to church, and God was always in the center of my family. But I got saved when I was 5. But as I got older, it didn't really mean anything. Although I grew up in church, and I was a pretty faithful churchgoer. But as I got older, and I started coming to youth group more, and just realizing that I really need to have my own relationship, that's when I really considered, I need to have my own personal relationship, and so that's when I was saved.
Next question. What are your guys' opinions on a good way to handle gossip, the godly way?
A good way to handle gossip the godly way, I don't know, I think that's kind of something that we all really struggle with, especially myself. I feel I'm always catching myself, and I'm just oh, Michaela, you don't need to talk about that person like that. I don't know, what do you guys think is a good way to handle it?
I think just if you think about it and you wouldn't say it around that person, don't say it, because there's always people that have a connection to somebody like that, and then that person says something to another person, and eventually it goes back to that person, and you really don't want that weight on your shoulders. So if you wouldn't say it in front of the person, just don't say it. You might think it's not offensive or anything, but just stay away from it, don't say it, and just stay away from people who are gossiping as well, because you don't want to be in that situation when somebody says, you were in the group that was gossiping about me.
And it's even would you want someone saying that about you? If you found out that someone was saying that about you, would your feelings be hurt? Think about that.
Think if Jesus was right next to you, would you say that in front of him? Well,
Yeah.
no. If he's with you, he already knows that you're saying it, but physically there, would you talk to that person? Talk to Jesus about that person, in front of him? That's a...
Yeah.
I'd be saying all the best things about that person.
All right. And Proverbs 16:28 says, "A dishonest man spreads strife, and a whisperer separates close friends."
When you talk about other people, it's kind of mean to God, because he made everyone in his image exactly how he wanted to make them, and so you picking out their flaws and stuff kind of just makes God sad. So just refrain from that. And even just listening to it is a form of gossiping. So if you just stand back from it and say, I'm sorry, I don't want any part of this, stand up for the person, which is always a good thing to do. Just stand up for them, even if you don't particularly like them, or if you agree with them, just step back and just say, I don't want to be part of this, and just walk away, and just, that's the best thing you can do.
What is our favorite flavored Skittle? Or like the color or whatever.
Do we have to do like original Skittles?
Yeah. Orange.
Green.
None. Just kidding.
Green.
I like the blue one, but that's not in the originals.
Isn't it like tropical?
That's so
sad.
I love all the tropical ones. I love sour Skittles.
I love chocolate Skittles.
I love everything but the originals. Yeah.
What a world you live in.
I'm just different.
They're all amazing.
I love Skittles. Another question is, what do you guys plan on doing with your lives?
Nothing.
Well,
Okay, so what I plan to do with my future, I felt like God has called me into ministry, and I'm not sure how it's all gonna play out, but I'm just giving my life to the Lord wherever He wants, wherever He's gonna take me. He has a plan. Just I'll roll with it. That's what I'm gonna roll with my life.
I'm kind of similar path to Becca. I feel like that God has been calling me to youth ministry ever since I was in 8th grade, and so I just think that's really where God wants me. And it's like she said too, God could completely change that, and I could not even know what I'm supposed to do 10 years from now, but yeah.
I'm still not totally sure, but I'm gonna go to medical school. Try. But yeah, I think I'm gonna be a nurse.
I've wanted to be a veterinarian, so I plan on, going to college and getting my doctor of vet medicine degree, and just going from there. Yeah.
That's really